friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're gonna do the full review of the Coolpad Note 3s. So the Coolpad Note 3s was announced last month, and this device is a budget device priced 999, and this comes with quite decent specs. It has a 5.5 inch screen size, it's an HD display, and it is powered by the Snapdragon 415 Octa core chipset coupled with 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. It has Android 6.0 Marshmallow and a 2500 mAh battery. So let's go into the details of this device and see how good the device is in terms of day-to-day performance. So without any further delay, let's get started, and first up, let's see the design and build quality. So this device comes with a 2.5D curved glass on the front and rear panel, so that makes the device a bit premium looking device in this price point. It also has aluminum alloy chassis which has a golden finish on the edges, so that gives a really good feel to the device. You can see the glossy finishing on the rear panel because of the glass finishing, and the front panel has 2.5D curved glass which actually looks pretty good. We have a 3 capacitive touch buttons, they are not backlit, and on the front panel we have this 5 megapixel camera. You can see the edges of the device are pretty slim, and there is a curvature towards the edges on the rear panel, and we have a 13 megapixel rear camera with LED flash and a fingerprint scanner. And you can also see the fingerprint scanner is placed a bit lower than the rear panel to make it easy to unlock the device. We also have the Coolpad logo along with the speaker unit located. So the device has micro USB charging slot at the bottom and 3.5mm audio jack at the top along with the SIM tray. So that was the design aspect of this device. So overall we would say it's a quite good looking device out there, but not everyone would like the glossy finishing on the rear panel, but otherwise it's a quite good device to hold as well. So that is the design and build quality of the Coolpad Note 3s. Now let's move on to the display. So while most devices have moved to full HD displays in this price point, the Coolpad Note 3s offers a HD display, that's a 720p display with 5.5 inches in screen size. Again, we have 2.5D curved glass on the display, and the display quality looks quite decent. The colors are quite good on the display, but the major issue is when you tilt the display, the colors do change, and that's not really a great aspect about this device. So even with the Coolpad Note 3, we had this issue of color getting washed out when you tilt the display, and that happens with the Coolpad Note 3s as well. The sharpness levels of the display is quite average. The touch response feels quite smooth, and overall the display looks quite average on the Coolpad Note 3s. Now let's talk about the software. So this device comes with Android 6.0 Marshmallow out of the box, but unlike other Coolpad devices, the device does not come with a cool UI. Instead, it has a stock-like UI. You can see it has an app drawer, and you can see the apps arranged here, and the experience is stock-like. If you go to the settings panel, again this is a stock-like UI, nothing much added here. No customization options, no theme support like the cool UI. And if you go to the notification center and quick toggles, again look stock-like. So it's basically the stock Android experience you're getting on the Coolpad Note 3s. So that's kind of good experience, because not everyone like the cool UI which has these multiple home screens devoid of an app drawer, and the icons were not really polished. Now we have an app drawer, and we have stock like experience that actually looks quite good. But then if you're looking for customizations, then you would be disappointed, because this does not have any options for customization except for the wallpapers. So that is the software of the Coolpad Note 3s. Now talking about the performance. So this phone is powered by the Snapdragon 415 Octa core chipset coupled with 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. Now talking about the Snapdragon 415, not too many devices have used the Snapdragon 415. Instead, most of them have gone for Snapdragon 430 in this price point, like the K6 Power and the Xiaomi's Redmi 3S Prime. But the Snapdragon 415 is a successor of the Snapdragon 410, which was quite a popular chipset in the sub 10k price point. Now this device performed quite well in day-to-day tasks without much issues, and decent experience overall, but the gaming experience was not that great. There was a lot of lagginess in the game, and the heating was considerably higher in this device. So this is not a device with heavy usage. It is just for casual usage. It's quite good, but heavy usage, this will definitely have some lagging issues, and the overall performance was also quite average, especially the gaming experience, where we tested almost all games and found this to be quite average performer with a heating issue. So that was the Coolpad Note 3s performance, and this device also comes with dual SIM card and VoLTE out of the box, and there is also 32GB storage. Now looking at the benchmark score of this device, again it's quite low score for a phone price 10,000, because this is not a really powerful chipset. It is lesser than the Snapdragon 430, which is powering the K6 power, and also the Redmi 3S Prime. We have the Snapdragon 415 on this device. Now the speaker quality and the call quality of this device was quite good, no major issues there. And now let's go to the camera. So we have a 13 megapixel rear camera on this device, and we have an LED flash and a front facing 5 megapixel camera. Now the camera interface is quite good, because Coolpad has maintained the Cool UI camera interface. We have night mode, video, beauty, and also pro mode. And in the pro mode you can change white balance, ISO, exposure, and some focusing options, and saturation and contrast levels can be changed in the pro mode. So that's quite good. And we also have additional options like long exposure, panorama, watermark, and GIF images. So these are the options available in the camera. Now looking at the camera samples taken with this device, the color quality looks quite good on most of the daylight condition shots, and looks quite decent overall. But the sharpness levels were quite low, because most of the images had noise when you zoom in, even in daylight captures. And the low light captures were not really consistent with the color quality. Some images were washed out, and some had decent quality overall. So overall we would say this camera is not really the best in this category, and does a decent job. But if you're looking for a smartphone with really great camera, we wouldn't recommend this device, because there are better camera out there when compared to the Coolpad Note 3s. So the Coolpad Note 3s camera is quite average, and just for casual shooting. So that was the camera aspect. Now let's talk about the battery. So this phone comes with a 2500 mAh battery. For a 5.5 inch screen, this is quite a low battery capacity. Now we have K6 power and the Xiaomi's Redmi 3S Prime, and also the Redmi Note 3 coming with 4000 mAh battery. Now we have just 2500 mAh battery. You can get through a day of usage with a moderate usage, but more than that it's not possible. So the battery performance is quite average on the Coolpad Note 3s. So now we have talked about almost all aspects about this device. So how good this device is for a price of 9,999, available exclusively on Amazon. So we would say it's not really a value for money device out there, because when you comes to the competition, there are lots of better devices like the Redmi 3S Prime, the Lenovo's K6 power, and the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, and even Coolpad's Note 5 is way better than this device in almost all aspects, except for this 2.5D glass and the curved design. So the good aspects about the Coolpad Note 3s is that design looks quite good. It has 2.5D curved glass, and also the software looks quite good with the stock Android experience. But other than that, it's kind of an average performer in almost all conditions, like the gaming, the day-to-day performance, the camera, even battery life was quite disappointing. So at 9,999, we wouldn't really recommend this device, because there are really good competitive devices out there which are priced way lesser than this device and performs also really good. So that was a detailed review of the Coolpad Note 3s. Hope you liked this video. If you plan to buy this device, we have the link available in the description of this video. You can use our link and buy the device, and that helps our channel. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.